Hey everybody, welcome back to Christian Penguin 1990. My name is Matthew, and we're going to be continuing with Why Pray today. We are in day 6. Today is called Prayer is Traveling with God. It's a lot more fun to travel with friends than to travel alone. I've spent many wearisome days on the road, and when traveling alone, I have virtually no motivation to take in the sights. The motto is, get the work done and get home. Then there are those days when my wife goes with me and suddenly there's a new interest in discovering that little out of the way restaurant and spending a few hours sightseeing. It's so much better when you can share it with someone. We get in we get into an area of beautiful scenery and the conversation goes like this. Look over here. Did you ever see anything like it? Why is it that when we discover something unusual, our first inclination is to share it with our loved ones? The pain of losing loved ones is often intensified when we want to share some new discovery and with new discovery with them and we suddenly realize that sharing with them is no longer possible. Prayer is like a traveling relationship with God. Travelers are filled with hope, with excitement, they anticipate new discoveries, new scenery, and new towns. We are to have this kind of anticipation, wonder, and hope as we travel through life with God. In our homes, we should be sharing new discoveries about God constantly, not only in our studies of the Bible, but in our life experiences as well. Excuse me. He loves to share the scenery with us, and he delights when we call his attention to what we see. One of the most remarkable moments of prayer in my life occurred this way. We had taken a midwinter vacation in northern Michigan several years ago. We were ice fishing and sledding with our children and decided to visit Tahquamenon Falls in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. The day dawned uncharacteristically bright for that time of year, and as we traveled up to the bridge linking the two peninsulas, we were constantly surprised by how God had graced the barbed wire fences with diamond-like necklaces of frozen dew, which sparkled brilliantly in the morning sun. The sparkling necklaces were not limited to the fences, but in his lavish way the Creator draped them from the roadside weeds, thistles, and trees as well. As exciting as our trip there was, nothing could compare to the spectacular display of the falls itself. Fresh snow, at least a foot deep, weighed down giant pines and made them bow before their God. We were the first to break through the crusted snow that morning as we pushed our way down the path. And when we rounded the corner in full view of the falls, the sight was breathtaking. There before us was a giant icicle into which God had frozen all the brilliant colors of the rainbow. I shall never forget standing there and then bursting into laughter as I said, God, if we humans had built this thing, we would be we would be charging a mission and making a mint. But here, tucked way back in the wilderness, you create for yourself a picture of unsurpassed beauty, and then in 2 months, you'll melt the whole thing, cause life to sprout and grow around here, and create another breathtaking scene. Then, in the fall, you'll splash color all over this place again and build yourself another icicle in the winter. Who can comprehend your greatness? Is God your traveling companion? Does he travel through each day with you? Are you like little 6-year-old Andrew saying, Papa, look over there? Do you love to direct the gaze of God to the things you see? God loves to be directed this way. In the same way, we love to share in the discoveries of our loved ones. Travel is fun when you are with someone. But it's not just the good and beautiful things to which we call our Father's attention. He wants us to notice the hurts, pains, and difficulties too. As we say, Father, look at this person's trouble or the corrupted mess. He responds by casting his gaze upon the dark scene, and the light of his love shines in a special, warm way. When you see someone who is in obvious need, do you call the Father's attention to that person, quietly asking the Lord to notice and to help by shining his light and love? Do you have a traveling relationship with God so that each instance is seen in the light of his presence? Is prayer your traveling companion relationship with God? All right, reflect and discuss. We have a tendency to confine prayer to a period of devotions. Describe some significant prayer experiences that have not taken place in a devotional time. Meditate. Prayer is a dependent, enfolded, empowering, friend in the middle, traveling relationship with God. Okay, my answer to the discussion is pretty simple. I've had a lot of friends that have gone through some troubles these past weeks, and personal difficulties, which of course I won't say what their stuff is because it's their personal stuff. I don't need to get involved with it. And of course others that people are going on YouTube with, like, hey, did you hear what this guy's doing? Or I mean, personally, we need to stay out of it. But at the same token, what we can do is we can go to God in prayer and like, God, please help this person. Please ease their emotional pain, their suffering, comfort them. Please be with them in this trying time. And a lot of the time I've seen that happen where people say, out of nowhere, they'll come up. It's like, I don't know what happened. Just out of nowhere, it's like I didn't hurt anymore. It's like I was just felt like somebody put their arms on me and it was going to be okay and I didn't worry anymore. I've seen that happen a lot lately. So that's on mine, that it was not a devotional prayer. It was just a straight up prayer. God, please be with this person, because they shut everybody out. That's just how they handle it emotionally. Excuse me. So God, can you just please be with them, help them, comfort them, and just walk them through this trying time or this emotional time as things goes on. And a lot of times they'll just randomly say something to me or to somebody around me, and I'll overhear them, and they'll make that comment like out of nowhere. It's like I was just, the pain was gone. I was just comforted. I was eased. My emotional stress was gone. So it, like I said, prayers can be answered quickly. They can be answered over time. But don't give up. Just keep praying and talking to God and continue that relationship. So anyway, this was Why Pray, part day 6. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. God bless, and may you have a great time and a great week.